Is Colston Loveland poised for a breakout game as the Bears take on the Commanders on Monday Night Football? We're going to talk about that. Plus, another interesting angle for this game coming up here on Chicago Bears Now. My name is Harrison Graham. Loveland is healthy and ready to go. He talked to Courtney Cronin after practice yesterday. Here's what he had to say after missing week 4 with the hip injury. He said, "I feel good. I was over it pretty quickly. I knew it wasn't a season-ending injury. I was itching to get back as soon as possible." Now, to the open portion of the media session, it was reported that he wasn't out there, but I guess he did end up practicing yesterday, and it was reported heading into that Raiders game that he could have a chance to play in that game. Obviously, he did not, but now it appears that he is full throttle and he is going to be ready to go. And look, let's face it, you have not gotten much at all out of your number 10 overall pick in Colston Loveland. I don't think necessarily to any fault of his own. I think it's a combination of things. You do have Cole Kmet on this team. Rome's had a big year. They've misfired toward him a couple times. I think it was the Dallas game on that opening drive. It seemed like in the opening script they wanted to get Loveland involved. Caleb missed him once, and then there was a miscommunication on another one. So I do think they were kind of slowly starting to try to feature him more, and then obviously he missed the last game with the injury. But I do think that breakout is coming. I'm not wavering on Colston Loveland being a hell of a player. Now, I really like Tyler Warren in the draft, and he's having an unbelievable year for the Colts. But, we're 5 weeks into this thing. We don't need to make any declarations here. I expect this guy's role to increase starting this week and moving forward throughout the rest of the season and obviously on into his career. I think he will be a big piece of this offense moving forward. Is the Colston Loveland breakout game coming this week against Washington? I want to know from you guys. Type Y for yes. Type in for no. I think there's a good chance it is. So get your votes in down in the comment section below. Let's dive into how Washington has defended tight ends so far this year. In 5 games, middle of the pack, 16th in the NFL overall, 22 catches, 327 yards. They've given up some big plays. Tucker Kraft had a monster game against them in week 2, almost 15 yards per catch against tight ends allowed, so that's definitely above average. Overall, 2 touchdowns in 5 games. And you kind of look at this matchup a little bit. Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu are 2 really good linebackers, but they like to play downhill. Wagner doesn't cover like he used to, and Louvu is kind of a heat-seeking missile that likes to get downhill in the run game and is a blitzing off-ball linebacker. Neither of their safeties concern me that much. A potential intriguing matchup is against a former teammate of Colston Loveland's, and that is Mike Sainristil, who plays primarily nickel for Washington. He's had to play a little outside corner early on this year due to some injuries and some issues on the outside. Marshawn Lattimore's not playing that well, but I don't view anybody Washington has as some major dominant one-on-one threat to shut down Colston Loveland. So given the success teams have had against Washington with tight ends already and the fact that we know Colston Loveland is a dynamic playmaker, this could be the breakout game coming up, so hopefully that ends up being the case. Our Week 6 subscriber battle is ongoing against the Commanders report. We got a healthy lead, but let's not rest on our laurels here. If you want free and daily Bears content, hit the subscribe button. If you want to take down the Commanders report, hit the subscribe button. We're all pissed off from that loss last year. Let's beat them in subscribers so we can beat them on the field. All right, coming up next, Bears fans get what I'll call annoying news for Monday Night Football. So we'll dive into that here in just a second. I do think it's somewhat important, so stick with us here. But today's show is sponsored by Ethos. Life insurance, guys. It's important, especially those of you with a family. It's one of the most important investments you can make. And with Ethos, you can get covered and protected in minutes with rates as low as $2 per day, billed monthly. You can also get up to $3 million in coverage with Ethos. As a husband and a father, having life insurance is absolutely vital, and it's something I do not take lightly. Ethos is revolutionizing the industry when it comes to insurance, life insurance, I should say, with a 100% online process and can provide protection for you and your loved ones. With Ethos, you can get life insurance in as little as 10 minutes. They have no medical exams, just a few easy health questions online. Their 100% online and hassle-free process makes it easy to apply. You'll get a quote in as little as 10 minutes. You can get same-day coverage without ever leaving your house. As of March of 2025, Business Insider named Ethos the #1 no medical exam instant life insurance provider. So don't take my word for it. Take theirs. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get up to $3 million in coverage in as little as 10 minutes at ethos.com/NFL daily. That is ethos.com/NFL daily, all one word. Application times may vary. Rates may vary as well. Link is in the description and comments of this video to get started with Ethos today. Penalties, penalties, penalties. It's been a problem for the Bears early on this season as they are 28th in the NFL in penalties per game and 27th in penalty yards per game. They average about 8.5 penalties per contest so far this year. 69.5 yards penalty yardage per game. Not so nice. As that is 27th in the NFL. You look at it week by week. I mean, week 1 against Minnesota, 12 for 127. I mean, looking back at that game, a big reason why you lost was after you took that early 7-0 lead, several pre-snap penalties killed multiple drives in that first half when you should have had a bigger lead. Week 2, 8 penalties, 50 yards, 6 for 41 in week 3, and then 8 for 60. I do think it's gotten better, especially the pre-snap stuff, but that's still a bit of a lingering issue, and there's just been some unnecessary penalties that have taken place as well. So a lot of self-inflicted errors. Look, you're going to have penalties. Sometimes a corner's going to get beat, and you're going to have to grab a guy. We understand holds and some of these things happen, but the pre-snap stuff, the just kind of, I don't know, general procedural stuff like that, that's the stuff coming out of the SPY that you hope is minimized moving forward. It's never going to be perfect, but you don't want to be bottom 5, bottom 6 in these areas. And the reason Bears fans got annoying news for this week is not only have the penalties been a problem, but they just got assigned to the #1 most penalty called crew in the NFL. Alex Moore, according to Brad Biggs, has been assigned this game as he is the lead official. It's his first season as a referee after spending 3 years as an umpire. His crew leads the NFL in penalties through 5 weeks, 95 penalties with 22 dismissed. So they have thrown 117 flags in 5 games. That is an unbelievable number. That's 13 more than the second highest in the NFL, which is absolutely egregious just from a consumer standpoint. But look, the bottom line is this crew isn't going to let little things slide. They're probably going to call some ticky-tack shit. So you got to be on your P's and Q's. The fundamentals have to be there when you're blocking. And, you know, don't make it easy on this crew to call something because they will call it. They have proven that through 5 weeks. And look, on a side note, 122 flags. I mean, I understand you could call a hold on every play. That's kind of the old adage. Let's cut that down, Alex Moore. Yeah, we don't want a ref show. It's you're puffing out your chest. Year 1 as a referee in the NFL. No one wants it. I understand. Call the ones that are obvious, but man, let's not get a ref show on Monday night. That would be really poor. But the Bears got to tighten their shit up when it comes to that because it has been a problem, regardless of who the officiating crews have been throughout their first 4 games. What is your concern level with the penalties so far? Scale of 1 to 10. I'll go like 5. I mean, some of it was expected, the growing pains with the offense, a lot of pre-snap motion and, you know, the cadence stuff. Some of that's just going to lead to penalties. And, like, you can live with some of that early in the year, but there also has just been some unnecessary ones. So 5 out of 10, mild concern. Let's see how it looks after the bye week. Let's see if some of that stuff is cleaned up now that they have 4 games under their belt and they can kind of, you know, hopefully push some of those basic issues in the past and move forward for the rest of this season. All right, thanks to everybody for tuning in to Chicago Bears Now. Let's take down the Commanders Report and subscribers this week as we get you ready for Monday Night Football. We will continue to pump out content on this show, so don't forget to subscribe and bear down.